Hi, and welcome to Thoughtful Tangents. This is a special episode, isn't it, Brittany?
It sure is. We are recording together. We have never been together when we were recording.
No, this is exciting.
It
We're
really
here.
is. After some troubleshooting.
It always takes a little bit to get used to this. I don't know why, but
Yeah, we're not tech geniuses, so don't ask us any questions about this process.
yeah, and we sound really quiet. Sorry, we
Yeah.
tried to figure it out, but
We'll get it figured out.
it's
one of
fine.
these days.
It's fine. All right, you want to lead in
Sure.
to our disclaimer?
Oh yeah, our disclaimer. We're not giving parenting advice once again. We're just here to tell you our funny stories about parenting, funny things that our kids do, and we're going to bring the chaos. So if chaos isn't for you, then you should probably leave right now. If you're with it, then welcome to Thoughtful Tangents. We're back.
Please enjoy. Let's go. All right, what's our topic for today?
Today we're going to talk about friendships before and after kids, because there's a difference.
There is a big difference.
What are the biggest differences?
Well, mine's a little harder because I was straight out of high school when I had Bronson. So, I had definitely different friendships than I did when, obviously, now my friendships are completely different. I feel like it is a lot easier to have friends that have kids, especially kids that are your kids' age or around your kids' age. It just makes it so much more convenient.
You're going through the same thing at the same time, essentially.
Well, and you have the same grievances too. Like, you have the same complaints about stupid shit that really doesn't matter, but you need to vent.
You have to be able to vent to somebody who understands.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. What's your, because yours was a little different. Yours is definitely different than mine. So what's your?
Well, I would say that before kids, it's not like I had these really big friendships, I guess. I didn't really have like a lot of close friends until like I went through nursing school, and kind of after that, like as I got older, it's very cliche to say, you don't find your tribe.
You
until
don't.
you're like really old.
Yes, so true.
So I didn't have any friends though out of my friend group. I didn't have any friends who were having kids. So me being the first one was a little awkward. It was, all of a sudden I'm not getting invited to do things, which, I mean, I had 2 newborns at home. Like, you can't really do much.
Yeah.
And then
I have a fly problem too.
So, yeah. And then I feel like the friendship that I have now, our kids are like staggered a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But we're making do. Like,
yeah,
it makes sense now having kiddos, and also like when they're able to do stuff. Like when we went to the carnival and stuff like that. Like our kids are able to do things.
Yes.
So it makes a difference.
Yeah. Rather than like a baby or like a pre-toddler type age, because those, they still can do stuff semi-independently, but it's one of those things where you still have to watch them. You still have to keep your eye on them. You still have to go with them. Whereas they're at the age now, and don't come at me, but like you can let them wander a little bit. They need to, and they also need to figure out who they are and test their boundaries, because me saying no isn't exactly like, they don't understand why I'm saying no.
No,
they
not at all.
They see it as a challenge almost then, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so like friendships after you have kids, it definitely helps when they have kids on the other end. I feel like, yeah, you're at a understand, like you're at an understanding on both sides. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go out. Little Charlie is sick, and everyone's like, get it. Yeah, sucks, but we get it. It's hard. Friendships are just hard, and
I sometimes feel like I'm exhausted sometimes, and so then when you do make plans with people, your friends, it is a little bit easier when it's like, I'm really tired, aren't you? Like
for
you
sure.
said, it makes it easier to understand each other's dreams and stuff. Whereas other friends who don't have kids are just in it, or older kids where they're literally not having to watch them. Like they're in a totally different mindset, almost a like empty nester, but not quite yet.
Yeah, those high schoolers driving themselves.
I'm also, before I had kids, anybody who had kids, they were like, let's go out to dinner, whatever. But I've got to bring my kids. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Bring them. That's fine. But now that I have kids, if I don't have my kids, I don't want to see your kids.
Yeah.
Like, if I finally got rid of my kids, I don't really want to see your kids either.
Yes. You're like, oh God, okay. Because I feel like you just, not that whoever you're with doesn't step into that mom role or is that mom role. It's nothing like that. But you feel like you're almost like kind of stepping back into that role of like, okay, now we have to watch what we say. Okay, now we have to just like
100%.
work around this child. Or, God, it's hard.
It's very hard. It's just hard having kids regardless. Like, I don't care what anybody says. It really is. So, and this is just one more thing that it impacts in positive ways and in negative ways. So, but I think, well, let's say this too. This is kind of on topic, but not. Having kids is like going through school all over again yourself because you have to make friends for your kids.
Yes.
That's rough.
It is rough.
Like, I'm back in high school all over again trying to make friends.
Yeah. Well, and then you run into the issue of your kids have friends, and you're like, I don't know if I like these people.
Exactly. Exactly. I
don't know if I can do this.
Don't parent how I parent somewhat the same. I don't know that we can, have this friendship. Like, because you come to my house, your kids are going to be taken care of, like, definitely, but they're going to eat when my kids eat. They're going to hear what my kids hear.
Yeah,
I'm not going to mistreat your children, but I don't play around.
Yes.
So I hope your kids know, like,
yes,
if you come to my house.
Yeah, we've definitely run into that situation where Bronson has had some questionable, like, I guess you shouldn't say questionable friends, but they come over and I'm like, I am not that. I'm not whatever they're represent. Like, I am not anywhere close. Like, whether it be like a whole preppy, prissy kind of like person that's they're well groomed, I guess you could say. I don't know the correct term. Don't come at me, but
we're feral over here. So
like we're vibing to vibe. Like, I mean, my kids are alive. That's it.
Right. That's all you can hope for someday. Don't mind us.
Trying to catch flies over here. Yep. It's fine. Yeah. Gosh. Yeah. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. Trying to figure out. I mean, so when I had Bronson, obviously, I was 19 when I had Bronson. That's not obvious. I don't know why I said that, but I was 19 when I had Bronson. And so when he started going to preschool, there was people like in their late 20s, early 30s that were having kids going to the same preschool.
Yeah.
And I always felt awkward because, like, I don't fit that demographic at all. Of not saying that they were anything special, but I was not that demographic. I was not that, like, well-established mom. Like, I was a, well, shit, we have to do this kind of mom.
Yeah.
And I did get some friends out of it that I see every now and again, but still, we're talking like 10, 12-year age gap here.
Right.
Like, it's just not the same. Like, we don't talk about the same things.
No, not at all. You were like in the same position as my mom. My mom was when she had me. So I understand that just from seeing it from like her perspective. Just, of course, as I got older and I could understand like sitting at games and all that kind of stuff. Like, my mom was always the young one.
Yeah.
People always thought that my mom was like an older sister, not my mother, which makes
or I'm taking care of my nephew, or
Oh, you're babysitting, that's cute.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, well, technically, yes. I mean, they're not wrong, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I was 26 when I had the kids, and I'm still like on the younger side.
I still feel like that's really young. Like,
yes. For like,
I feel like our generation.
For our generation.
I feel like people are waiting till, mid-30s.
Yeah. Mid-30s, yes.
And that is nothing wrong with that. You should be well established or, just prepared. Obviously, we were
somewhat
not
prepared. Yeah. As much as you can be prepared for having kids.
I don't feel like we were any of our children were actually prepared. But like, I would never change when I had my children.
Right.
Because I look at the far end and I'm like, me and Nate are gonna be in our 30s, like chilling.
Yeah.
And some of these people are gonna be like close to 70. And I'm like, I'm so glad I'll still have those younger years to be like either A, involved, B, an awesome grandparent, or like any of it. So
yeah.
It sucked. It sucked up front.
Yes, but it does make a difference. Like you said, having those years after, I think that's great. I mean, that's the position I'm in as well. And having a younger grandparent is very nice.
Yes.
It really is. Especially for me being single. Like, I rely on my parents a lot. And they're younger. They can go do the things, and I don't have to worry about them something happening to them, just because of
even just getting on the floor like with a baby. My dad, who is turning 60 this year, he's still wrestling with the kids on the floor and everything like that. And I'm like, that's awesome. Yes. That's the kind of grandparents I want to be in someone's life.
Yes, it shapes your kids in a different way. Bless you.
Thank you.
It creates better memories for them too. So, not that there's anything wrong with older grandparents. Say that right now. But
there's still very active older generations of people that can get around, get on the floor, still walk, still do all the things. And I know how I treated my body, teenage years and younger 20s, that I feel my body just not liking me now. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like in 30 years.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Use your knees, not your back, people. That is one of my
your legs.
Yep, that's one of my things.
You need to listen to us.
Yeah. I mean, there was definitely in my 20s, this isn't going to affect me. Well, boy golly, has it affected me. There are times where I'm like, my back, hobbling around. I'm like, dear God, my feet hurt.
Oh my God, my feet hurt. I come home and I'm just like, I just need to sit down and put my feet up. Like, now I know exactly what my parents were talking about. Yes. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I don't want to sound like my parents, but
I know. Also, thinking back, I don't know what your memory is. I feel, because my mom was young when she had me too. She was I think 22, 21, somewhere around there. So still very young. But looking back when growing up, did you feel like the adults in your life were older or more established? Or I don't know. And that could just be kids' perspective, I guess.
Yes. I feel like, okay, is what you're getting at saying everyone seemed like they had their shit together.
Yes.
And us, we don't feel like we have our shit together at all.
No.
And yes, 100%.
And that quite possibly could just be how everybody just was. I mean, and it could be just how we are too. Maybe our kids will grow up and be like, damn, I thought my parents had their shit together. Turns out, absolutely freaking not.
I'm sure that's how it'll play out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to ask my mom, if she felt like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, I just look back, because my parents would take me to, Halloween parties or whatever with other adults, and I feel like I don't know. Granted, it's not like I stared at them and marveled at, oh my God, they're so much adult. But I feel like I looked at them, and then looking at myself to be like, I am the same age as, my aunt in certain situations. And I'm like, yeah,
that?
No.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It must be just young kids' eyes. Yes, what you see through, those rose-colored glasses where you're just yeah.
I often think how am I in charge of 2 small children?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm barely able to take care of myself sometimes. Yes. So why am I taking care of 2 others? But then it's well, shit, I've been doing it for 8 years already. I must be doing something right, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where, I don't know, sometimes I feel, I don't know, sometimes you go to the grocery store and you're like, these people just wonder why this young person's taking care of these kids. And then I'm like, I'm not the young person anymore.
No.
Or going to work. When I first started working, I was 21 when I was a surgical tech. And everybody used to just call me a young buck. I never thought the point would happen to where Buck people come in and I'm like, you're how old?
Oh, I find myself saying these kids these days.
When did this happen?
I remember when I had a momentary freak out. I remember I was 28 years old and I had a patient that was 18 and I was like, yeah, they are 10 years.
Oh yeah.
10 years younger than me. How is that possible? I don't feel that I am that old. I don't feel like I can be 10 years older than this person.
No, and I don't.
Freaking rough.
Yeah. 30s are weird. I will have to say, 30s are weird.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a weird in-between age. You're not You're not 20 anymore, but you still want to have the drinks. You still want to go party.
Yes.
But you can't recover.
My gosh, my brother once told me, he was like, I understand your need to, how did he say it? It was like your need to feel like you want or need to do something. He's like, you're too old for Aggieville, which, by the way, Aggieville is like a downtown scene for us here. And he's like, but you're really kind of too old to do it, but you're still too young to like sit at home and knit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. But he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Because guess what I want to, I want to learn to knit. I want to learn to crochet. I want to,
but if I want to get turned, I'm going to get turned, okay?
And I'm going to feel like shit for the next 2 days. Yes. Like, gosh. And another thing is this whole, like, everybody doing Friday weddings. Thank you, Jesus, for whoever decided to do Friday weddings.
More time to recover.
Oh, my gosh. That whole Saturday after, you're just like, it's wasted. And I would much rather waste a Saturday than a Sunday right before work. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Especially in my 30s. I'm like,
that is being, like, that's prioritization in your 30s.
Yes.
That's,
yeah.
Being prepared, prioritizing.
Yeah. It's a rough time being in the 30s. I'm sure there's no age that's actually like
right. They all come
nice. Yes.
But I do think I know who I am better than before.
Yes.
And therefore it makes me know what kind of friends I do want to make and what kind of friends I don't want to make.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I feel but I feel like, the end of 20s, early 30s is when you really are like, no, this is me.
Start coming into yourself a little bit.
Fuck them. Fuck all of them. Yes. I am this person. I am this weird person that likes to listen to this weird music or, read these books or anything like that. And no one's going to make fun of me for it because I don't care.
Yes, right. Like, I will say that I'm more sure of myself, but, like, my friends, it's like if Sam wants to listen to that weird music, I'm also going to listen to that weird music because she likes to listen to it. Yeah. And it'll be fine for a little bit or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, everybody has some differences. It opens your mind and your experiences up to so many different things. Oh, yeah. And so, for me, like, that's how I can tell I've grown and what I like about being in my 30s, because I can appreciate your uniqueness, you can appreciate my uniqueness, and we can come together and we like to do the same things, but we also have separate things.
Yes. So, and I also feel like I don't know, my mentality of getting bullied, like, I'm not going to get bullied for this. And if I do, I don't care. Right. Like, I don't care. I don't care if you make fun of me for whatever. Like, I don't care. I'm like, that's just me. That's what I like. Like, I'm not going to change for this random stranger that I care nothing for. But yeah, then, like, weeding through your friends too, of like who's actually going to stick around through all of this darkness, who's going to stick around for when you have kids, after you have kids, because you lose a lot of friends.
Okay, that is a big thing. Kind of on topic of that is, like, when you have kids, you have so many people who are like, oh my gosh, just call me anytime. I'll watch your kids for you, whatever. And then when you actually do need somebody and you call and they're like, sorry, like, I can't. And they're never available to help you. It's like you really find out who your friends are when you have kids.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And if that means you just get a whole new friend group, then you just get a whole new friend group. It's meant to be. It's meant to be that way. It really is. You don't need... And you never know when people come back around. Because they start having kids and they're like, holy shit. And you're like, yeah, my kids are completely independent.
Welcome to the shit show. Good luck.
Yeah.
I did my time.
I lived through those trenches. Now it's your turn. Yeah. That's another thing is, just different age demographics of everything. I don't know. Yeah. It's exhausting. Hard.
It's very hard. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it has to be so hard.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, I get it a little bit because people don't want to hear no. And so they just, fade. They just fade. And they make you fade, which sucks.
It does.
But it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. I hold no grudges. Well, I hold like 2 or 3 grudges with a handful of people. But that's my business, not yours. But
I love holding.
Do you?
I do. I don't know why, but I do. will hold a grudge. Like,
Holy shit!
I will bring something up from years ago, like, and don't try and lie about it, because I got receipts. So
yeah. Well, I don't hold grudges, so
that's the difference between Sam and I. That I will hold a grudge for her. Okay.
you have. I want to say that I don't know how many boxes there are in my head, but there's a certain number where I'm like, okay, I guess I will hold a grudge against you.
Yeah.
But there's a certain number of ticks in my head that I'm like, nope, we're
Done with this.
Yep.
I guess for me, now that I've gotten older, it depends on what it is. Definitely. And I can say, like, right now, I don't think that there's any grudges that I hold, except for some very personal things, family things. But friend-wise, I don't hold any grudges. Like, because coming up, we were kids. We did stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I can recognize that for what it is, and I was like, we're just dumb. Our brains aren't fully developed. We don't know what we're doing.
For sure. Yeah, the things people say and how they say it is just, none of it's mature. It's just not mature.
No, not at all. Switching gears. Like, do you find it hard for your kids to make friends?
Yes and no. Like, lasting friendships, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it with Bronson. Like, there's not a whole lot of this person comes over all the time.
Right.
Or, like, we hear about all of his friends and, like, all certain things. And, you know, some names mentioned, some names not. And, like, my little kids can make friends at the park, like, super easy.
Yeah,
like,
right.
they will play with them and everything like that. But, like, lifelong or lasting friendships,
yeah, not there.
I don't think it's there.
No.
I don't know.
Agree.
I don't know why. I don't feel super bad about it, and I don't feel that I need to. I don't know. Have him see anybody about. Like, I don't feel like it's wrong, but it just is a little odd sometimes when I sit down and think about it.
Right. I feel like at Bronson's age, just it's a very trying time for them, like, maturity wise.
Yeah.
Their bodies are changing and not as hard, and so you're just not gonna have, like, yes, you're gonna have superficial friend, but not a long lasting friendship yet. Yeah. So
I don't know, because I look back on, like, my middle school years, and, like, I was taking friends to, like, ski trips with my family. I was taking friends to my family canoe trips. Like, all of these things. I don't know. But I don't know. The kids are different.
Kids are different these days.
Oh
my
I
gosh.
hate to sound old, but they are. It's a different breed out there.
It really is. We had some girls come over. Anderson had a Halloween party last year. Just a few girls came over. They had the option of spending the night. And just like how some of them talk, like, there was one that I wanted to stay the night, and she didn't. But she was the only one out of the whole group that I would have preferred to stay the night.
And she was like, no, I'm going to get out of
Peace
here.
out. I'm gone.
Me too.
But yeah, I'm just like, if I had talked that way to my mom or another parent, I would have had the taste buds slapped right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Or I wouldn't even actually dream of saying it, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. Kids are real bold.
You would think it.
I would definitely think it.
You
I would not be saying
there
it.
ain't no way it's coming out of your mouth.
No, absolutely not. Not if I want to be intact.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I do have to say, Bronson is very careful with his words, but sometimes he'll say some stuff, and I'm like, I don't know where you're going. I literally have no idea. He's like, well, because this paper's purple and pencil is purple, that I said purple people eater, and I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. I guess I would have got there eventually. I don't know. Like, he'll just say interesting stuff like that. Okay. And I'm just like,
he's got a good imagination.
He does. And I feel like we try to let him express his weirdness because we were never allowed to express our weirdness.
We were kind of kept, like, in a box. Because you tried to be very cookie cutter.
Yes. And how I grew up was a little different. My mom remarried when I was 8, somewhere around there, 8 or 9, can't remember. But so, like, I had firstborn energy. I was definitely firstborn energy, kind of, I need to do everything my parents say, like, that kind of feel.
Right.
But when they got married, I had 2 older brothers who do not have that same energy. And so I'm middle child vibes sitting, like I'm middle child sitting in like a firstborn kind of deal, I guess.
Right.
I
That'd
don't.
be tough.
It is. It's weird, and it's weird.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't ever feel like it's weird. My oldest brother does not say, "Hey Sam, you need to stop" or anything. He's like, "Sam, you need to do this, please." Stop me up. Kind of feel, and I'm
Okay.
like, "Sure," and I do. I get it done, but like that's just, I don't know. I saw them buck up a lot just growing up, like DUIs, getting caught for
Oh,
certain
yeah.
stuff, and so I never drank until 3 months before my 21st birthday, and no one ever believes me, nor does my dad. But I'm putting it out here. August, whatever year I turned 21, that was the first time I ever drank, and I got smashed wasted. That's for sure. But like, I was just always in that. I have to be good. I'm firstborn. I am the example, even though my two older brothers were technically the example, and I was like, well, that's not the example I am.
Right. Right.
And so that's, I don't know. That's kind of how I grew up. And then yeah, obviously as I've gotten older, I'm like, I shed a little of those layers where I'm like, I'm still the firstborn. I'm still, kind of constant communication with all of everybody, but I am I'm the reader. I'm the one I am still going to say no to certain things.
Right.
I'm not going to say yes to everything. And I feel like that one was a really hard one to shed. And also just to be my parents kind of like, I don't know, the one that would always do.
Mhm.
I'm really trying hard not to be that person anymore.
Yeah. It's hard.
Or to just be like, well, that's a great idea. And then like get in my car and be like, fucking stupid idea. Like, definitely try to be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but I don't know.
I know where you're coming from that, with that. Like now, since having kids, I would say probably a little before then. No, I just kind of not stop caring, but like I guess that's what a lot of people think that my attitude is. Like, okay,
Yeah.
like I don't, but so my mom always thinks that I don't care about anything but myself. Like I have a poor attitude, all of those.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but it's me not giving in to everything that they say. Like, no, I have an opinion too,
Yeah.
and I don't agree with whatever that is, and so it's like, no, I don't like that, or
Yeah.
and so it gets misconstrued
Yeah.
a lot.
Or thinking that I'm mad at you because
Yes.
I like that's like a bad idea, or just kind of look at you like, what? Because normally I'm not. I mean, there's certain situations, but I mean, normally I'm not. I'm just like, I just don't think that's smart.
Right. I get a lot of, like, along those lines. I get a lot of, well, why are you so quiet? Well, why do I always have to be so, like,
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I'm mad about anything
Yeah.
or upset or whatever. It's just like, I'm just quiet today.
Yeah.
Why can't I be quiet? It
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I get that too. But like on the other end, when my husband is quiet around me, you're gonna get it. It's gonna get got. But like when my husband's quiet around me, and we've kind of established this whole thing of like I'll ask usually 3 times. I'm upset, like, did I do anything? Because he is quiet, and normally he's not that. And I get he has his times to be somber.
moments,
Yes, and so it's usually by the time the third time I ask, he's like, I'm fine. It's okay. We're okay. Like,
yes.
that's just how I grew up. Like,
Yeah.
and it's an anxiety thing.
Yeah. We don't live in a society anymore where you have to be a people pleaser, I guess is what it's called. Like, and I feel like you have some of that where it's like, did I do something?
Yeah.
Did I, what is wrong or whatever? And it's like, no, everything's fine. Like, oh, I don't have to be that person to make sure everything's good.
But it's hard. It's really hard to break.
Yeah.
And
you've lived that for so long, definitely is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's rough.
I don't want that for my kids. Like,
No.
I don't like their attitudes now where like it's just like, I told you no. Like, first off, watch who you're talking to like that. But like their attitudes will better serve them later on in life, and if they tone it down a little bit, you can do it respectfully. But yeah, I don't want that people pleasing factor for my kids.
I do feel like there is a line.
There.
of like being too much, but there's a balance. And you have to find what that balance is, because there's certain, especially my little sister, she'll come home sometimes just rip roaring about management. Management this, management that. And I'm like, it's everywhere. She's like, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get a job somewhere else. And I was like,
There's
it's
one
going to
in
be
every
the
crowd.
same.
One in every crowd.
It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same no matter where you go. You have to make the best of what you have. And if that means, like, granted, there is a line of that again where you're like, wow, I hate all of my coworkers. Management sucks. Like, I'm not getting paid. Like, there are certain times where I'm like, yeah, okay, for sure.
This is not working.
Go find a different job. I'm not saying that anybody should stay in a shitty job. That's not what I'm saying. But
that's what pro and con lists are for. I love a good pro and con list.
She is 19 and works at a casino.
Okay, she's got a job. She's got a job.
I mean, management's gonna suck.
The customers are going to suck.
Yeah, for sure. Go get a different job. It's what she's striving for. It's never going to be a perfect situation.
No, it's not.
And I don't know what she's striving for either. That's the other thing. If she doesn't want to be management, because I've asked her that, she's like, I don't want to be management. And I'm like, well,
don't know what you're complaining for a little bit. Then
you can't really complain. Right. You can just gotta just go on through. I guess I don't know. Yeah, it's. Everything sucks.
I remember those days. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, looking back on my younger self and being like, what the fuck was I complaining about? I worked at a bank, and I would come home complaining about stupid-ass shit. And I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I typed numbers into a computer and said, good morning to people. Like, that's what I did.
Oh, my God. I worked at Foot Locker, and customers are crazy. I had someone come in and try to buy a pair of Jordans with all change.
And you said no.
I said no. So there's an ATM down in the food court. Like, there's a bank down in the food court. You probably work there.
Probably stole it. It's like, this is just spare change floating around the bank.
He really saved for those. He really saved, I guess.
Good on him, though.
But I said, no, go down to the food court and exchange that for cash. I'm not taking all that change. It was my first transaction of the day. How am I going to have all that change? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're the worst. True customers are the worst.
There's a lot of worse.
There are.
I don't know. Working at a bank is sometimes interesting too. The demographics weird on a bank side, because you would have people come in, fancy ass car, fancy ass wardrobe, and they would have $6 to their name, and they're like, I wanted to deposit this $10.
Like, I thought I was
okay, I'll deposit for you. And then you would have people come in, grungy, definitely been working outside all day, dirty, everything, and they would deposit, their $1,500 paycheck,
right?
And they would have $25,000 in the bank,
right?
And you're just like, what masks we wear?
Right,
that's for sure. What masks we wear?
That is very true.
It's wild. It's a wild time out
there. That's why you don't judge people. This is why you don't judge a book by its cover. So, because you don't know. You don't know what someone's going through, what they've got going on. I mean,
what would you think of a certain doctor that we work with that drives that certain van? If you saw him out, what would you think that he did?
You would think that he is just blue collar, like
living paycheck to paycheck,
and runs his kids around a lot.
This van is white. It's white, right? I think it's white. Okay, maybe it's silver. Anyways, it is the most patched over, run down piece. He drives it. Gets to work.
You know what?
Every other week he's there. And I mean, he has to be successful.
Right.
I don't know what his house looks like. I wish I could see it.
Right. 100%.
I would want to see that. I would.
I've seen him out and about one time. And
is it just like how he drives?
Yeah.
A little bit?
I mean, he's fancy.
He's a biker too. He'll ride his bike to work.
And moped.
Does he cycle or is it just moped? I thought he cycled. I'm getting doctors confused.
Maybe I'm confused.
I could have sworn he rode it. Maybe he just rides his bike on the side.
Maybe. I don't know. He
does have a moped though.
He dressed very, like, I want to say normal, but what's normal?
Like jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, very laid back. Casual.
His wife is also a doctor. There
you
is
know they're doing well. And we only know that because we work with him.
He's the
But
sweetest
on the outside,
man.
you would have no idea.
No.
I would pass him over and never once think that he's a surgeon.
No.
And he's great.
He's the sweetest guy.
Yeah.
I do love working with him. He is so sweet. But yeah, you would never. You wouldn't guess.
No.
You wouldn't guess.
Once again, that's why you do not judge a book by their cover.
No, you don't.
So that's what I want my kids to understand is like, don't judge a book by their cover. And that line, you know, of being a people pleaser or not being a people pleaser, doing it with like tact, respect,
Yeah.
you know, and not the attitude that they have now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, getting that attitude in check. It's only gonna get harder for you.
It really is.
I mean, I get small doses with Bronson, so I can't.
I'm hoping we get it out now. Growing up, I was really, you were talking about drinking. I was really wild coming out of junior high, going into high school. And my sophomore year by far was my worst year in school. Like, I barely passed. I was getting sent off by my mom to go stay with my dad, who hadn't been in the picture for 14 years.
Yeah.
And she's like, take her.
Yeah.
Take her now. Come get her, or I'm going to kill her. Like, you know, so that tells you, like, how bad it was for my mom. Where was I going with it? But I came out of that sooner. By the time I'm graduating, I had a decent head on my shoulders.
Yeah.
I was going to college. First one in my family to go to college.
Congrats!
Yeah.
That's exciting.
But whereas my brother, he was better in those younger years. But as he started getting older, he started getting in more trouble. DUI, stuff like that. Where he's now an adult and my mom can't help him. And so that was a big thing. Was, well, you helped Brittany, you did this for Brittany, you did that for Brittany. Well, Brittany wasn't an adult. She was still my care.
Yeah.
Is, you know, essentially what it was.
Yeah.
You've got bigger problems when you're an adult.
Yeah.
And getting into trouble like that. So, yeah, I'm hoping that our attitudes kind of calm down a little bit and we can start being a little bit better. Because I don't like what I'm seeing right now, but I get it, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
I do have to say, those later year relationships, because I think I've mentioned this before on here, but like my relationship with my siblings now is so much better than what it was when we were growing up.
right.
Like it wasn't that it wasn't fun. It wasn't that, I don't know, anything. We weren't close by any means, and I wouldn't even count us as like really close now, but it's a fun relationship. Like we all have a very fun dynamic relationship, and we all can come to each other and just have a good time. Like it's never not a good time when we're all together. And so I hope my relationship to my kids grows into that. Like I'm not saying it's not fun now. I love them. I look at them sometimes and I'm like, I just love you, and then they go do some batshit crazy ass shit.
You're like, why did I say that?
They do a cartwheel off the bed, and you're like, great.
Do you feel it's like every time that you give them a compliment in your brain, then they go and do some shit, and you're like, the fuck? What is it? I was just talking about you so good, and then you do some dumb shit like that.
You don't even have to speak it into existence.
You just think it, and they just go off and do some shit to prove you wrong.
Yeah. Like yesterday, our oldest, Bronson, he was playing with the kids, and we're sitting there. You can tell me and Nate are both thinking the same thing. We got this look on our face like, they're playing so well together. And then Max runs off. Bronson grabs his leg, whips it, and he falls flat onto the ground. And you're just like,
what was that for? What was the purpose?
And he's like, I didn't know that would happen. And I'm like, what? No. Like,
yeah, those are some young minds right there.
I love it. It's exciting. You know, it just keeps us alive, I think. You know,
keeps everything fresh and alive.
Yeah.
I love it.
You can't ever be comfortable in your parenting. You're like,
no.
Okay, here we go.
Once you get comfortable, that's when you know something's about to happen.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Gosh.
We've been ranting for a while.
That was a long rant.
Yeah. I definitely want to shout out to our first email.
Yes! Our first email, please elaborate.
So, even though it was one of our friends that we work with, Liz, shout out Carly.
Oh, gosh.
For emailing the podcast. So that was really exciting to get that mail come through.
Yes.
We sound We sound ridiculous, but it was so exciting.
It was. Brittany was so excited. Came straight to her phone. And I'm like, what are we excited about?
So we love to hear from you guys. We love to know that you guys are listening. Find us on all the socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, because that's really all I know how to operate. Social media is hard.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. So go follow us.
We need a manager for that.
Yes, if you want to be our manager, apply by emailing the podcast.
Yeah, it's voluntary.
Yeah, it is a voluntary position.
You don't get paid.
But yeah, we love to welcome you to the team.
Oh yeah.
So anyways,
we're fun. We vibe.
Yeah. So thoughtfultangentspod@gmail.com. Email's there.
Yep.
Follow us on all the socials. And yeah, until next time.
Until next time. All right. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.